There wasn't a headline. There wasn't a warning. There wasn't some dramatic crash on Wall Street. But there was a moment when millions of people across the United States and millions more across Europe, Australia, Canada, Asia, and the rest of the world looked at their bank balance and quietly whispered, "How am I working harder than ever, but still going broke?" This is the story of that moment, told through the eyes of one ordinary middle-class family. But make no mistake, this isn't just their story, it's our story. Meet the Thompson family, a perfectly average American middle-class family from Columbus, Ohio. Michael Thompson, 43 years old, works in IT support. Not rich, not poor, solid job, good reputation, predictable hours. His wife, Laura, 40, works as a school assistant, part-time, flexible hours, decent pay, and they have 2 kids, one 10 and another 13. Soccer practice, school projects, weekend Target trips. You know, normal life. For over a decade, the Thompsons lived what people call the middle-class dream. A house with a lawn, 2 cars, stable jobs, decent savings. Everything was predictable, everything was manageable, and everything made sense. Until one afternoon when it didn't. It happened while shopping. Just a normal Saturday. Michael pushes the cart. Laura checks the list on her phone. Milk, bread, eggs, chicken. Nothing fancy, nothing indulgent. Just basic groceries. But when the cashier says, "That'll be $162.49, Michael freezes. Last year, this same list cost $105. 2 years ago, around $85. For the first time in his life, he says something he never thought he'd say. How? How did it get this expensive? The cashier just shrugs. It was a quiet moment. A normal moment, but for Michael, that was the beginning. 2 days later, the next punch hits. Michael pulls into a gas station. Regular, nothing special. He looks up. $4.89 per gallon. He laughs, a tired, defeated laugh. Michael, didn't this used to be $2.50? Like yesterday? He fills his tank anyway. Total, $72. He drives home in silence. That night, Laura brings the mail to the table. Electricity, plus 18% internet, plus 12% car insurance, plus 26% healthcare premium, plus 31%. She circles each number with a pen. Every circle feels like a punch to the stomach. Suddenly, the middle-class dream doesn't feel like a dream anymore. It feels like a trap. In the US, 2/3 of families now live paycheck to paycheck. In Europe, inflation hit highs not seen in 40 years. In Australia, rent skyrocketed 20 to 30% in major cities. In Canada, housing became nearly impossible for young families. In the UK, grocery prices jumped by over 19%. In India, the middle class, though comprising roughly 30 to 40% of the population, is now forced into survival salary territory and sees stagnating pay plus soaring basic costs. In China, the so-called middle-income group faces rising living costs, weak consumption growth, and insecure households despite the label middle class. For the first time in modern history, the global middle class is shrinking. Not because people stopped working hard, not because they overspent, but because the cost of being middle class skyrocketed. The world changed faster than salaries did. 1 month later, the Thompsons' youngest son sprains his ankle. A simple injury, a 20-minute urgent care visit. The bill arrives 2 weeks later, $1,480. Michael stares at it. Insurance covered some, but not enough. This was the moment. the moment everything broke inside him. Michael said, "We can't afford to be middle class anymore." Let's freeze the story. Let's look at the big picture. Here's why families like the Thompsons and millions across the US and the world are falling behind. Number 1, wages barely grew, but everything else exploded. Groceries plus 25 to 40%, fuel plus 40 to 70%, housing plus 60 to 300% depending on region, healthcare plus 100% plus, education plus 150% in 20 years. And when we see middle-class incomes, it barely moved. Number 2, essentials became luxury. Health, education, housing, transportation, childcare. These aren't luxuries, but they're priced like luxuries now. Number 3, interest rates crushed affordability. Mortgages in the US jumped from 2.7% to 7%. Monthly payments doubled. Number 4, the economy rewards owners, not workers. People who own stocks, properties. Businesses got richer, and the people who rely only on a salary fell behind. One night, Michael stays awake at 2 a.m. He opens their bank account. Balance $243. Savings almost gone. Credit cards near max. He feels something he has never felt before. Fear. But right next to the fear is clarity. He realizes one income is not enough anymore. Not in this economy. The next morning, he starts searching. How to earn extra income from home. Freelancing beginner steps. How to build digital skills. He's not chasing millions. He's chasing stability. And that's when the shift happens. How the middle class fights back. Here's the truth. The middle class is not powerless. It's not over. It's not doomed. The new middle class needs new tools. Number 1, I build a second income stream, freelancing, online services, remote side jobs, digital skills, investing small but consistently. 1 income equals vulnerability. 2 incomes equals stability. 3 incomes equals freedom. Number 2, buy assets, not upgrades. Stocks instead of gadgets. Freelance skills instead of new shoes. Courses instead of subscriptions. Number 3, live like the system is rigged, because it is. The winners today, people who take control of their income. Number 4, emergency fund plus smart insurance. Protect your future self. There comes a moment in every middle-class person's life. A moment like Michael's, like Laura's, like millions around the world. A moment when the system feels unfair, when the bills feel too heavy, when the paycheck feels too small, when the future feels uncertain. And in that moment, you have 2 choices. Accept it or rise. Michael chose to rise, and so can you. This video wasn't just a story, it was a mirror. If it reflected your life, if it opened your eyes, if it gave you clarity, then share it, like it, and subscribe to Raveling Money, because we are building a global community of people who refuse to let the middle class disappear. Your moment isn't coming later. It's now.